dead tree stubbornly stood, his grisly knotted face, resolute trunk, and thick, warm, swirling bark, decorated with grooves of time, like medals, marking his strength and tenacity. Each winter slept, awarded another lap of honor. Branches, stripped naked by merciless wind, stripped of his glorious green garment, his crown, his canopy, to which the birds had once flocked, offered neither shelter nor shade, but only mocked from behind gray wisps of threatening rain. Stripped back to bare bones, tree stands firm, his belief unshakable, like that of his foundation, winding its way deep into the earth, taking nourishment from the deep. Tree was old, older than the dust of dying stars, older than the rock on which the dust fell, older than the morning star and the warmth it created. As though in reverence to this, the clouds parted and bathed his branches briefly. Skeletal remains of what used to be lay in and around his roots, where children had once played, where grumpy, unsociable badgers make their den and raise their young. Vaunted black sentries stand resolute, harbingers of doom. Crackling claws imply impending calamity. Tree had faith, each spring reborn, branches stretching outward, reaching towards cerulean skies. Among the gnarled skeletal fingers reaching for the sun, for her blessing, her nurture, like a newborn child reaching for his mother's breast. Tiny emeralds of hope dare peep, promises of the soon-coming majesty yet to unfurl. Tree, wise, stoic, steadfast, patient. Tree knew death was not an end, just a season. When the vague shape of a little girl with emerald in her eyes came to Tree, place her hand upon him, her fingers tracing the grooves and knots that his endurance had awarded him, entranced by his strength and his alluring presence, she asked him, eyes wide, glittering green fire, if he was really true. She had been searching for so long. The girl remembered living. Always darkness, always pain, always hunger, always suffering. The girl's life on earth, etched on her body, for all to see, as if cracks, marks, and scars decorated her tiny body, were reflected onto Tree. The girl ran her fingers over her own scars, then Tree's, asked without words to please take her in. Tree, of course, did not refuse, and as the hum of Tree enveloped her, the little girl sang loudly with knowing and belonging. She resonated within Tree, echoing, singing, rippling throughout his whole being. Tiny blossoms began to form. Pink treasures of love gathered and clustered along the emerald hope. Shredded red ribbons that once wrapped her pain fluttered briefly, then dissipated into the ether, as though the existence of them had never been. Tree stretched and his boughs groaned. His roots, sleepy and stiff, searched for nourishment. The little girl gave it gladly, happy to have found a vessel. Tree wished he could save them all. The last one, perhaps he could. He'd lost count of how many he'd taken in. Tree yearned. The lost ones would find him, or one of his brothers or sisters. He had hundreds of years to spend waiting for them, a beacon of hope, for death, he knew, was just a season. And just as humans lay dying, finally find understanding, they gave their last breath to speak reassurances to those most precious. I will never leave you. I will always be with you. Tree wished they understood the truthfulness of those words. Death, he knew, was just a season. For those that had no one to whisper their truth, whose last breath had no audience, no roots, no branches, no roots. Those who did not know where to go, Dead Tree stubbornly stood, waiting to welcome them and bring them in from the cold. Good evening, everyone. It's me, Dr. Plague. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's show. If you think you might like a little more spooky in your life, then please feel free to click on one of the videos we have up here. Maybe look at one of the playlists if you're trying to get caught up. I know, there's so many videos on the channel. There's so many series that are going at the same time. Sometimes you just need a little refresher course, and I gotta say, I always enjoy the views. If you're not subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit the bell so you don't miss anything. We upload a lot on this channel, so you won't want to miss a single story as they come out. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click on the Amazon link down there. There's quite a few books in my Amazon account. You can have a look, and if you'd like a signed copy, get up with me through email, and I'll be happy to work something out with you. Also, there's links to my Patreon, and you can become a member on the channel if you'd like your spooky a little bit early. Patrons and members on the $5 tier get their videos 12 hours early. That's in the morning, as opposed to in the evening. Patrons at the $10 level also get a signed copy of my book anytime I write one. Speaking of my patrons, you should see them appearing right now. Just wanted to take a minute to say how much I appreciate all of you. Patrons, subscribers, however you give to the channel. I really appreciate everything you do. And it truly touches me that you have chosen to support the channel in this way. Well, that's enough for now. Till next time, Dr. Plague, signing off. Have a wonderful evening.